Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today, we're doing part 2 of the Marchioness Spotlight, where we dive into a dungeon and show what she can do, skill-wise, to enemies, and kind of in a dungeon. And well, we're going to be going into the Crimson Courtyard, so she can have some fun with some of her old friends. For going into the Crimson Courtyard, I kind of wanted to go in with a bleeding team, and well, I wanted to see what she could do with say like Fringe Escape to debuff the enemy for minus dodge, minus accuracy, and I wanted to see what Lunar Blitz could do as a buff. I might change out some of these skills just to see what they do, but we're going to mainly stick with this skill set. So we're going to be mainly using the Thirst for healing her up. This will steal any blight that the enemy has and can be used from any row onto any enemy row, but thankfully I don't think I'm going to be doing any blight. This will heal her for 40% of her max health and will disable any healing skills that Eleanor has. But thankfully this is the only healing skill that she has on her right now. This will also move her forward, so she goes from rank 2 to rank 1. But this is a somewhat dancing team, so that shouldn't matter too much. She is also the fastest person there, so she should go to rank 1 and then Rex should replace her most of the time. Otherwise, if I'm not using the Thirst, I'm most likely going to be using Vicious Strike. This can be used from ranks 1 and 2 onto ranks 1, 2, and 3, and this will break the riposte mainly for the Gentleman, but I believe a few other things in there might get a riposte because of Courtyard Plus. This does a lot of damage just as a base before my trinkets are added in, and this will also up the crits received and minus the speed of whatever I hit. If I get stuck in rank 1 for whatever reason, or I just want to move back, I can use Frisk Escapade. This will knock me back by 2, this will knock the enemy back by 2, and this will also debuff their dodge and their accuracy. Finally, I have Lunar Blitz. This can be used twice for battle. This will shuffle the entire group, but anyone here can use pretty much anything I want from any row, which is great. Well, except her, which I can just spam the Thirst to move forward. This will up the damage by the target, which will probably be Rex, by 15%, up his speed by 5, and up his crit by 5. Then for her trinkets, I have Scarlet Fragrance. This will up damage versus bleeding, which we have someone who can cause bleeding, by 40%, up the crit by 10, and up her bleed chance by 30, which means I might put Sway with me on, just so I can do bleeding with her, but we'll see about that. Sway with me will also do a 66% bleed duration bonus, meaning instead of a 3-round bleed, it should do a 5-round bleed, I believe. Meaning if I did that once, it should be for the duration of the battle. I also have her other Crimson Court trinket on, so if I have her into rank 1, she would do 50% more damage. If she's in rank 2, 25% more bleed amount. Rank 3, 10 more dodge. Rank 4, 3 more speed. And on attack, she'll shuffle herself, so we'll see about that. Actually, I should have her in rank 1 as a start, but regardless. Next up, we're going to have Rex, our trophy hunter, the good boy. He's going to have Biting Blade. As a start, he'll do extra crit versus anything that's bleeding. This will also move him forward. Apex Predator, moving him back. Stun, Shuffle, Bleed the enemy, then making Eleanor do more damage. Trifuricate to do extra damage versus bleeding, and Bloody Ambition to mark himself, activate a riposte, give himself a block. For his trinkets, we have his Crimson Court set. This Crocodilian's Head gives him plus 5 accuracy, plus 10% stun chance on monster kill. He'll heal for 10% of his max HP. The set also gives Apex Predator 33% more damage, so it no longer has a minus damage modifier. And then the Crocodilian's Teeth, 5 accuracy, 20% bleed chance, and on monster kill, de-stress himself by 4. Trevor the Forlorn is going to have Whiplash. This is going to be our main source of bleed, most likely. On attack hit, 5 for 3 bleed. On attack, on anything that's bleeding, minus 5 stress. Hunter Strike, armor piercing versus bleeding. On attack on anything that's bleeding, he'll get plus 20% damage and move forward by 1. Can heal himself twice per battle with Private Rations, healing 4 for 5, but minusing his speed. This is a free action. And we also have Bloodied Cross, bleeding the first 3 enemies for a 3 for 3. On a recall, it's a 5 for 3. And for his trinkets, we have the Blood Feaster Trophy. This is a 15% damage versus anything that's bleeding and a 5% crit. This is from the Wildlanders, specifically the Wildlanders backport, and then it is, I believe it is the champion boss there. The Steel Path boss, I believe. And then we have the Vampire Killer Crimson Court trinket for him. Whiplash will now bypass guard. have 20 armor piercing, and have 20% bleed chance on his melee skills, which is Whiplash and Hunter's Strike. He also takes 20% more stress. Finally, Nico is going to be our support, the Messiah. Soothing Sunlight is a 2-for-4 restoration, and then will buff targets to have a -7% crits received chance for 3 rounds and -20% stress. Show of Faith will up accuracy of the entire party and protection, and will also buff himself to take less stress. My Burden is Light will minus stress, clear horror up the torch, and stress himself out, or he can use One Shot, which he can use once per battle as an actual damaging attack. This will bypass guard. If I take out a monster, One Shot will get 6% more damage for the entire quest. However, for one battle, he will take 15% more damage. For his trinkets, we have the Amber Pendant, allowing him to scout 20% better, 10% less party surprise chance, -2 speed, and on any friendly skill use, we will clear the stun on the target. We also have the Glowing Feather, plus 15 dodge, prevents nighttime ambush, and on any action, he will de-stealth himself. We also have the set from using these two, so he gets plus 6 accuracy, crit, and 60% trap disarm chance. So with that being said, let's have Eleanor go meet some of her friends, see just how good she is in the Crimson Court. I'm expecting really good things here. I may actually trade out Frisk Escapade really quickly. I just really am hoping to see how good this is. Nah, let's just trade Sway With Me out here. So Sway With Me is a 4-for-3 bleed that bypasses riposte, shuffles her and the enemy, but any attack I already do shuffles me, so this also shuffles the enemy for 2 rounds. But on a bigger target, this puts a 5-for-3 bleed on them because of the Scarlet Fragrance, and otherwise I can just go for the Thirst or Vicious Strike. And then we'll be off. I probably still will use Frisk Escapade, just to show it off, but I think I'm going to have more fun with Sway With Me, at least with this build. So let's go down. How's her trap disarm chance? 80% chance? Sure. Get to see the wings on her back while doing so. And the little antenna. Secret room over there. Just gonna go down to the fight. Hey, Sycophant Hive. Dodge. Let's use Lunar Blitz on... I was expecting that to only be on one target. That is on all targets. Shuffles everyone. But I, for some reason, was thinking that was on one target, not everyone. We're going to use Show of Faith, upping our accuracy. Bloody Ambition on Rex, so he can just devour something. Gonna use the Thirst on the Sycophant Hive. Only does... Actually, no. Let's do Sway With Me and see where we go. I thought we were gonna get stumbled because of all our stuff. We did not move. There's Crimson Court Curse 1. Let's do... Soothing Sunlight. Go Restoration. Cross. They dodged. Biting Blade on this Hive.
Masterfully executed.
Hive bleeds out.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I think we swatted the Fly. And then Marchioness. I want Marchioness to go. Let's try the thirst.
Obliterated.
Nice little crit there. Didn't realize she could hit up to 23 there. I mean, it was a crit, but... Did she just call herself a lady and then giggle?
They can be beaten.
Right, what do we got here? We don't need the holy water. Don't really need the crest, the sapphire, but funsies. Stack the food there. We can take the sapphire. Heal with food. Leave the rest. Go back up. And then to the battle. Oh, this'll be fun. Croco time.
A hideous mutation. Unnatural and abhorrent.
Alright, so we're going to use Lunar Blitz. Up everyone's damage. That is for the entire battle, which is kind of crazy. Can't hit him yet. But what I can do is get Bloodied Cross going. Surprised we can actually hit the Bull Rush. Up our accuracy.
Inspiration and improvement.
Bloody Ambition. Whiplash him, get him bleeding. Vicious Strike, because I'll do extra damage from Scarlet. Fragrance, because he's bleeding. I'll have extra crit. I'll do extra damage because I'm in position 1.
A powerful blow.
All things considered, I was expecting a little more, but still a good crit.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Nico, let's heal. Good dodge. Can't Apex Predator, so try Furicate.
A decisive
Damage versus bleeding. I forgot to heal the bleed. Bloodied Cross, bring that back. Bleed him more. Use one of the holy waters. Vicious Strike him again. Oh, we missed. Soothing Sunlight Rux, get the restoration going. That hurts a bit. Bandage on Rux. Can't Trifuricate him, so Fighting Blade. Private Rations to heal. Bloodied Cross to bleed him. Aww. Sway with me. Bleed him. Resisted this. 110 movement resistance. What is the chance to shuffle yourself? Because I keep resisting that. That's interesting, the fact that I thought she would keep shuffling herself there. And then she's not shuffling at all. Can't hit him there, so let's do a Biting Blade to move forward.
Blow.
That one hurts just a tad.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Gonna do the Thirst for some damage here. Bandage. Hunter Strike for the damage. And a miss with the 80%. That's not good. Try Fear Kate to take him out. Or not. Nico.
Teetering on the brink, facing the
Bandage.
abyss.
Holy water. One shot won't crit. Or hit. Heal thyself. Sway with me. Every time I've used that, it's resistant. I'm kind of surprised.
And now the true test. Hold fast, or expire.
Right, biting blade on him.
The ground quakes.
That's who I wanted you to hit. One shot. Oh, it didn't take out the crocodile. But sway with me. Now he bleeds out. Once again, she didn't shuffle. I think that's only like 100% chance, and she has a 100% resistance. Unless I'm getting incredibly lucky. Hunter Strike.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Well, that was fun. His courage for the dreamer.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Probably should have used a torch for extra accuracy on that fight. I didn't. Default order. You can kind of heal up in the next fight, actually. Just Croco kind of hurt. So not expecting bugs. Private rations to heal. Bloodied crust, get everything bleeding. Gonna do the thirst on the Lush Eater to take it out.
Eradicated.
One shot the spider and miss. Ooh, stunned. Wish Nico went a little slower there. Try Fear Kate on Scout Buzzer.
As the
Scout
fiend
Buzzer down.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Heal and de-stress on Rex because we got the enemy down.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
That's just because we're marked. Private, or we can't private rations, that has a cooldown. We're gonna Bloody Cross again. Gotta bleed on the Flesh Eater. Biting Blade taking out the Weber.
Decimated.
We are actually going to... My Burden is Light, de-stressing on Trevor. Whiplash. And it bleeds out.
Gently. This is how a life is
Take what we
taken.
can. Got a bit left. 1, 2... Plus the location right there, so I will have to go to that room. Let's just keep going for now. Oh, some extra food to heal with. Cool. Now, we can heal her with food, which is great. We'll heal Nico, and then leave the anti-venom. Oh. Oh. I was not expecting these guys. This is, a slight problem. Tactical analysis. I should run. I really should run. 129 health each. Screw it, we ball. Holy water, what's the debuff? Okay. Bloody cross, get them bleeding. Lunar Blitz plus crit plus damage. Bloody Ambition for the damage. Soothing Sunlight, we have to heal. I went into this in a very bad position as is.
Precision and power.
We'll do Sway with me onto Yaheim, bleeding him for a considerable amount there. We're gonna do Whiplash onto Reese, bleeding him for more. I'm gonna see if I can't stun one with Apex Predator. Nope. And you need to get back there, Nico. Yikes. I even had... Oh no, I thought I had the plus dodge in spot 4, but that's spot 3.
Perched at the very surface of oblivion.
Yeah, maybe I need to run. It was not equipped. This party was not equipped for this. Hi there, do you need food? Come on, let's get you food. So the problem here is that I don't have a good source of, like, heal me right now for these two, and my actual healer is stunned. And when I take out one of these guys, they're gonna get more powerful. Like, if I remember right, they get plus crit, they get plus damage, and they might get plus speed. This actually might be a I need to go right now situation. Hey, Jello, I think you win this one. I'm just looking at what I can do. I cannot heal Nico. Nico was stunned. What I cannot remember is if their AoE only hits rank 2 and 3, or if it can hit rank 3 and 4. Regardless, right now, one of them probably will go before Trevor. Either making him take a death door check, or he may heal and then get put back to death door and then have to take 2 more hits before having to do all of this over again. Because my usual plan with this fight is just burst them down when I'm already in a good position. That absolutely is not a thing right here. I was in a bad position going into the fight. Yeah, we have... I might be able to get through it, but the problem is then people are going to end up dead and I'm not going to have the cohesion with the Marchioness to do what I need to do. If I had different skills on her, I could maybe do like Frisk Escapade into Dancing Invitation and have her be a dance tank, but even then I don't think... Oh. Sorry, Rexy. Because, like, part of me thinks I can do this, and then the other part of me is going, no. Yeah.
This skirmish may be lost.
We'll take that as a loss.
The battle may yet be won. Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism
That's fine.
or cowardice.
So let's camp here. What I was trying not to do, but I should have done earlier.
And vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Why does nightlight stress people out? I already have prevent nighttime ambush because of this glowing feather, so I'm good there. We're gonna do pancakes to reduce stress.
Soothed.
Heal everyone up.
Sedated.
Family knowledge. Damage versus bloodsuckers. I kind of wanted to do on Little Cat Feet for the plus dodge, but I really need to get stress down. So let's do... So yeah, let's do... Oh, I don't have the time for that. I just realized. I was going to do Slow Dance and Flutter, but we don't have the time for that. So we're going to do... Do I have a 2-time cost somewhere? I have a 3 and a 3. So we'll do Wondrous Roast, heal him, de-stress Trevor by 10. And then we're going to Slow Dance to de-stress Eleanor and Nico. That should help considerably. Then, I'm going to change Eleanor up a little bit here. I'm going to take off Sway with me. And I want to try Frisk Escapade and Dancing Invitation out. And then we have to go to this room, then go up. Because we're avoiding the jailers. And this is where a quest item is anyway. So we're going to do Dancing Invitation, go forward by 3. Mark her up her dodge by 15. And she still got hit. Yikes. Lead everyone with Bloody Cross. Show of Faith. Lower stress received.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Gonna Trifuricate the Gorged Blood Flower.
How quickly the tide turns.
At least we dodged one of them. Forever. Well, Refracted's better than the other. Let's do the thirst, then get her health up.
Struck.
It's not proper for a lady to get riled up. Okay. Bloodied Cross will take out the servant, or the steward there, so we can get back at the blood flower. Biting Blade will get a sycophant. Unfortunately, that makes the blood flower more likely to summon stuff, but we'll take it. If we one-shot, we're definitely not doing what I want to do. But we can do My Burden is Light and de-stress Nico. No, we can't de-stress Nico that way. But we can heal people up. I might need to de-stress Trevor. A Vicious Strike on the Engorged Blood Flower. Good dodge, good dodge. Gonna give him the blood. Gonna Whiplash the Blood Flower to de-stress. A lovely, lovely stress. Then, if I one-shot, this probably goes down, and we still miss it, but it will bleed out. Bloody Ambition, so that one of the sycophants might take out Rex, or take itself out on Rex, rather. Private Rations Trevor. Whiplash. I meant to hit the sycophant, but that works. De-stresses.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Frisk Escapade. And Apex Predator.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
I'm gonna try something here. And Mellowing Moonlight. Let's see if that helps with stress at all. I can't use that in row 1 though, right? So let's move back a bit. Oh, Eleanor. That's not good.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Well, you're the one who wanted to stand against all this. Oh, we're going to want to take out the tick first. Let's escapade the steward, knocking him back. Lowering his accuracy and his dodge, actually. Thankfully, so he doesn't stress us out. Bloodied Cross these three. I can one-shot the maggot so he doesn't stun us.
Weakened.
Apex Predator, this Supplicant. He's going to bring the Supplicant back now. I was hoping that was going to be a crit. Well, we're going to do Mellowing Moonlight and see how this works. Well, didn't de-stress any of them. That's my luck. Heal Trevor up. Hunter Strike the Steward. Biting Blade Steward. We are going to need to de-stress him. There we go. It's not much, but it's something. Apex Predator. There we go.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Anything in here? Yeah, not really. Strange crystals. He wants stuff from the court or the farmstead. Oh, I should probably fix that. Alright, let's go up. Actually, not too much left. And technically, I only need one more hive, but the multiple afflictions is gonna be hard to manage at this point, but we got it. So scout, Curio. We'll go right. Try to trigger another scout. Can de-stress here, I believe. So let's get that on Trevor. Before the blood flower. Okay. So we're going to escapade onto the blood flower. That way it has a lower chance of hitting us. I mean, that's what I was going to do anyway, Trevor. We are then going to... Let's try Furicate the Blood Flower. Don't mark yourself. Please don't mark yourself. Heal Trevor. Now everyone's marked. Yay! I mean, that's a stress move. That makes sense. And then... I mean, if I use the Thirst and a few other attacks on the Blood Flower, it probably goes down and then I don't need to deal with more Sycophants. Gonna private rations for the heal. Whip him. Try Furicate to the job. Maybe if it crits. Nope. Okay. Kind of funny how it heals itself with that one. Gonna try a one shot. Nope. But it should bleed out now. Alright, so all we can do is first escapade. I'm going to take Mellowing Moonlight off after this. Really all it's doing is de-stressing her. I can't really rely on it to de-stress other allies. So, let's hit the Sycophant to lower its dodge. Well, it bleeds out after that. I'm not going to complain about that one. I was not expecting it to crit for 21.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate.
That was a very large stress out. And then Biting Blade on Supplicant. And that should be that. Oh, she just passed her turn. Well, alright. Not the worst in the world. Let's take Mellowing Moonlight off and take Sway with me, I suppose. No, let's take a Vicious Strike. Quest location up there. It looks like that was the last fight. Most likely. So, I mean, as you can see, you can put her into a lot of different situations. And she'll usually come out alright. I probably should have came in here with a better healer. Oh, I was not expecting this to be a battle room. And then I probably actually could have done the jailers down there. Well, Nico, I'm sorry about that, bud. Oh, he's bleeding now, too. That's not good. Very good dodge on Nico's part, but watch him bleed out now. Bandage, and then the last one's gonna have to go to Nico if he survives. Bloody Ambition. Okay, one down. There's a laird left. Do not reparty. Oh, hell. And triggered another Death's Door. Nico's going down. Nico, I don't know what unholy magic you have. If it weren't for that hit, he would have triggered a Death's Door.
Or foolhardy.
Nico would have lived. Nico would have lived. Dancing Invitation, let's go. Oh. Oh, wait. I wasn't reading this right. Oh, I don't have the right attack because I'm not in rank 2. Darn. Let's try to take out the laird here. Heal up a tad. That repartee, double repartee screwed me over. We can then try Furicate on the Chev.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
It's been a hot minute. I really should have put a better healer in. I thought Nico could have done the job, and then he probably could have if I put better healing trinkets on him, and I didn't. So, kinda what I get, but they almost did the job without any deaths. They got to the final battle room, and had I used the food to heal, which I really should have done, we'd have been fine.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered. Survival is a tenuous proposition.
That one hurts.
In this
That one hurts.
tomb.
You know, shouldn't Thirst be disabled because disables healing skills? I'm just gonna test this out. She does heal off of that.
The slow death,
Now that I think about it, should the Thirst have been disabled?
unforgiving.
Well, she's a survivor, alright. And she got through it. I did make some stupid mistakes there.
Multitudinous wings abates. Let us hope that is the end of things.
I really should have used the food to heal. I probably should have used the campfire earlier, considering I went into the jailers that I didn't know were there. Really rough. And I was considering using that campfire early, and I thought, it's too early to use the campfire. And then it became adamant, or it became very, very obvious that I needed to use it after the jailers. And had I not fought that crocodilian early on, this probably wouldn't have happened either. So, I mean, there was a few different things that, had I not done it, or had I done slightly differently, different trinkets on Nico, brought a different healer than Nico, all this would have gone differently. Had I brought someone else who was better at stress healing, or just a better healer in general, probably would have been different. But all in all, very fun class. I had fun with her, as you can see, just even changing out the skills mid-battle, or mid-dungeon. She still fulfilled a role very, very well, and was able to go very well into the Crimson Courtyard. Even though that, you know, everyone else died there, that was all my stupid, silly mistakes. And the fact that, like, I haven't been playing this in months other than to play test something else.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
I was a little surprised at the fact that she almost never shuffled herself. Except when I used Lunar Blitz. So I think something was going on with Sway with me. Or I was just incredibly lucky that she never shuffled herself. I'm not sure. Like, it doesn't say what the chance is for the self-shuffle chance is there. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was 100% chance and then she had 100% moved resistance chance. In which case she no longer would shuffle herself. But then her other skills do still move her around, which make her very viable in a, like, hey, go, like, move forward with the Thirst, move forward with Dancing Invitation, move back with First Escapade, or move, you know, just shuffle with the Monarch Suede Shoes. So, I mean, you can still do a lot with her. She's a very fun class. Highly recommend using her if you get the chance, now that she is actually out on the Steam Workshop. I had a lot of fun. Highly suggest checking her out if you are at all interested, despite how downhill how quickly that went. So, once again, that was the Marchioness's Spotlight, or at least the second part. If you haven't seen the first part where I went over all of her skills, I'll put the card up there in the upper right, where I kind of went and broke down everything on her. Once again, this is a class by Alex and their team. Very good job by them. I highly suggest checking them out if you are at all interested in. And if you like them, go ahead and leave a nice comment or something on their Steam page, or drop by one of the Discords therein, leave a note for them. I'm sure they would appreciate that. They've been working for a very, very long time on this mod. I'm happy to see that this has finally come out into the public's eye. And I'm happy to see that this is finally out in public, because this has been a work in progress for longer than I can remember. I think I mentioned that in the previous video, but I can't even remember how long this has been a work in progress now. I'm pretty sure it's been well over a year now, probably much longer than that. My memory, we all know at this point, is just horrible. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.